Aquarius, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to start by pulling you a general overview card, and then we will build your baseline. Don't mind the smoke. I tend to sage in between readings. What is going on, please? That Aquarian energy. Show me Aquarius, please. What is going on for Aquarius? What is going on, please, for that Aquarian energy? I have to tell you, I do believe, I have every reason to believe and suspect a lot of critical energy is going to go down during Aquarius season, the upcoming one. I have been seeing references to star like crazy, okay? Disruption, tower, ding dong, something's coming through. Okay, let's check it out. Disruption, tower energy, incoming news and or information that could be distressing, critical. Hopefully it is not. If it must be a disruption, hopefully it's for good reason or good cause. But yeah, there's a little bit of disruption here in the flow. How loud or soft that tower is, I do not know. You might have received some incoming news messages, something unexpected energy. I don't quite know. Your energy feels like it has been rudely disrupted, and you're like, I'm not liking that at all. For some of you, it makes you feel very disjointed. The 16th, by the way, in a given month might be important to you. And then 16, of course, might be a personal number to you for some reference. 16 reduces to 7, so that's Cancerian energy. It does not have to be. And there might have been some very critical energy that occurred that might have been disruptive last Cancer season. Okay, a lot of different reference points there. Okay, disruption. Let's see what's going on. It doesn't have to be all bad, and it could just be radical shifting of energy. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It's just unexpected sometimes. Sometimes the best stuff that happens is the least expected, as you know. And then we kind of have to shape and mold our energy around it. Actions, behaviors. What's going on, please, for Aquarius? Okay, interesting. Let's try that again. Show me Aquarius, please. Somebody's sitting down right now and you're drinking a Coke. I can't tell which flavor it is, but it's there. Diet Coke? Hi. I don't know why I just saw that, but you literally just started sipping off of a Coke. It's confirmation for somebody. Sorry, I just saw it. Aquarius is like, okay, my message. I'm having a drink of Coke, something like that. 7 of Pentacles, something is slow growing. Hopefully it's tentative care to the garden. The 7 of Pentacles, you know, it can be stagnation or careful, steady cultivation. It depends, okay? But the idea is something's growing. It might be slow. I may not be seeing the payouts I want right away. But something's happening here, and I'd like to continue to grow that particular garden. What's in the challenge is an Empress. We don't want that energy in the challenge, do we? No, no, no. Nay, nay, nay. No. The Empress is the opposite of that. The Empress is the highest form of production we can have in tarot. This is the, and I know people don't think of the Empress that way, but think about it. If she is indeed the life bringer, she is productive by default. So it does not have to be maternal. It's the one who simply produces because she is so very generous. She is so very generous because she is so well loved. And when someone is so well loved, they give their love to everyone else unconditionally because they want them supported. So this is a non-supportive energy. Something's growing, something's cooking, and somebody's not being as supportive. Interesting. Influences hovering the Wheel of Fortune. Things might be on the precipice of change, even though you may not be able to see that if you're in a 7 of Pentacles mode. But it does feel like there might be some things shifting around in terms of that Wheel of Fortune, wanting things to turn around, wanting things to be more productive. Okay. Relevant past, the Queen of Cups. Yes. Okay. The love energy was there at some point on time for you, for your person. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Does not have to be. A lovely full heart space that was knowing of itself, supportive, intuitive, all that is going to be important. That's why I'm seeing it in the relevant past. What is exiting? I knew it. Hanged Man. I know it seems like there's nothing going on until there's something is going on. There is some disruption here. It seems like slow, steady growth. Nothing's too crazy in any one direction. All right, things are going at a particular snail-like pace, but that's okay. It's still manageable. We would like to see more fruits of our labor. Empress is challenging this. We would like to see more fruits of our labor. Labor of love, labor of work. I don't know. That's one of the benefits of the Celtic Cross, is that it can be multi-directional. But all the points are relevant. We just need to tie them together. The near future, the devil. Capricorn energy does not have to be. I know this. Something's popping up. We went from a place of not much is going on. The Hanged Man is about to exit. That kind of timeout where nothing seems to be going on. Things are kind of shifting around. Like the contents of the box have shifted during transport. It's kind of like the contents of Aquarius's box has kind of been shifting around. Yeah, something's moving, something's shaking. What you're entering into in the near future is the Devil. What that is, I don't know. It could literally be Capricorn energy, although I don't think that that's it necessarily. Your strengths are the Ten of Pentacles. You want to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. You are at a 7, you want to go to a 10. You seem to be willing to work very hard for it. You're not getting the production that you want, the payout. That's why it's challenging, that's why it's crossing you. It seems like we have a certain growth here, but I'm not seeing enough of the payout. I want to see more of the payout. Your strength is this is my intended payout, the Ten of Pentacles. You see what I'm working towards over here? The Devil's in your immediate future. I'm terribly curious about that. Environment, 4 of Cups. No, you're not happy. You're not happy. You're a little emotionally distant, a little lethargic, a little tapped out on your cups. Nothing's coming in or going in or out in a way that pleases you. You feel a little disappointed in your love energy. I can kind of see that already, and we're not even 7 minutes in. I have a hint of that. I got a little hint of that flavor already. We're going to see what's going on. Hopes and your fears. 9 of Wands, that you are working for no damn good reason, or you're working too hard for no damn reason. All the effort you're putting into this, is it going to pay out? I still can't tell if it's love, monetary, or a combination of those two. We'll see. But your fears are that you are working this hard and you don't feel that great about it. And it's like, is it always going to be like this? Is it always going to be such a struggle and a strain in my energy to get us to a place of stability? I'm working hard and I'm waiting and we're collecting pentacles and now we're talking about change and I don't know if I like this, and man, you're like, I just want to get to a 10 of Pentacles, man. I just want to get to it. Why? I just want the stability at this point. I've been busting my ass, you know? I feel like there's someone in here hovering around with you, and the support's not where I want it. It's not. You're disappointed too. The outcome. 3 of Wands, we're waiting. I don't like that. I don't like that because I feel like we've done this already. Now, it could be we were at a certain pace. Page of Pentacles. Someone is thinking about making some changes. I can't tell if it's you or someone whom you're connected to. It's like things were going at a certain pace. They were a manageable pace, a slow pace, but there wasn't much change. There is this concept here of, are we producing as much as we can? I feel like we're not producing as much as we can. Love, money, or both. Is it just me? Or does it seem like you and I are always topping out? Right about here. Okay. And you sniff it. You can sniff it. You can smell the change, right? It's around you. Wheel of Fortune. You don't know if you like it or not, to be honest. It does feel a little disruptive. And you're wondering if whatever change this is a good thing or a bad thing. You don't quite seem to know. You just know that you want your 10 of Pentacles. You want to be more solid and stable than where you're coming from. Okay, fine. Things are slow and kind of a ho-hum energy. We can strengthen it, but do we have to cause this much influx of disruption? Do we have to work this hard? Do we have to be so uptight? Do we have to be so emotionally sad all the time? You know, it's like, and then you got a 3 of Wands in the outcome, and the reason I'm not happy with that, and of course I could clarify and it completely change everything I'm about to say, but the 3 of Wands makes me nervous. It has way too much power for its implication. 3 of Wands, it's like, it's one thing to have reasonable hopes and expectations. In other words, the reason you're looking out on the horizon and you expect ships to come in is because the ships on the ocean have already communicated with you that they're coming to port. So it's a matter of time. And then there's unreasonable hope, where you're just standing at the seaside cliff like some sort of romantic character out of British literature in the 1800s, and you're just waiting for your love to return and they never do. This is unreasonable hope and expectations, and this is what hurts people. So if you're going to have reasonable hopes and expectations, it's because you can legitimately look out there and say, like, I know what's coming. My ships are coming in. Because so far I've seen elements of stagnation. There's some change here. We don't know if we like this change. Okay? We don't know. We just know we want our Ten of Pentacles solid and square and tight. We want our foundation to be better than it has been. And it seems like it's a struggle and it's a strain to get there. Let's wait a little more. So there is an element of change being introduced into this dynamic. And you don't know if it's going to keep you at a Seven of Pentacles or if it's going to propel you into a 10. There's someone else in here with you, and I'm trying to fish out their energy. Most likely the Empress that's in the challenge position. Taurus, Libra does not have to be. Like I said, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, but again, that's all. I'm just obligated to point those out. You don't have to be connected to any of those folks for this to apply to you. People often forget that. Okay. Show me this Seven of Pentacles, please. Ooh. Show me that Seven of Pentacles. It's like, oh, nothing's going on, but it's manageable. You know? Yeah, I'd like to see more fruit on that vine. Okay? Yeah, I wish we were growing more grapes. If I'm being honest, Aquarius says, I wish we were growing more grapes. But easy come, easy go. Right? Somebody's introducing an element of change that suggests possibly it can lead to a stronger foundation. And you're like, I guess. I don't know. I need to see what that devil means to you. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please. For Aquarius. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please. For Aquarius. Seven of Pentacles. King of Swords, that's you. Five of Cups. You're sad. Tower, there's the disruption. Tower. There's some disappointment in you. You acknowledge it. It's not that you don't acknowledge it. On the contrary, your energy here is acknowledging it. You are disappointed. There's some disappointment in you about how something has recently come to light. There it is, the Tower, not once but twice. What? King of Swords, there you are acknowledging it. And it hurts you. It disappoints you. It's like after all this growth, after all this time, I'm still not where I want to be, or we're not where we want to be. What does that Tower mean to you? It's the acknowledgement. The acknowledgement, please. The acknowledgement. The acknowledgement of change. The acknowledgement of change. Why are you saddened by this? Show me, what is this? What is the Tower? Show me the Tower, please. You're disappointed by how slow things have been in terms of your growth, your security specifically. Things are not chalking up how they used to. And but it's something you kind of got used to, though, because it's at such a slow pace, you got used to it. So I'm not saying, Aquarius, that you're sitting there saying, woe is me, I'm crushed by this. No, no, no. This has been like this for a while. It's like a general sense of disappointment here. Show me this Tower. What's the disruption? King. You could be dealing with a fellow Aquarius. You just pulled two Kings of Swords. Devil twice. This is why I use multiple decks. I see repeating energies. That's quite shocking. King of Pentacles. Yeah, I got a couple of heads of state here. Okay. Security is in this. The monetary issue is real. Somebody is disappointed by the lack of steady, consistent growth in their financial world. They've expressed this disappointment. They say they want to shake things up, to change things. It's almost like, and it provokes a sort of ill will in somebody in terms of that devil, not once but twice. I am so tempted to jump over there at this point. And that King of, it's almost like, an obsession to change things, to get out of the stagnation, anything, to shake it up. I don't care. I don't care. I'm disappointed, and I'm tired of being disappointed by the money, how it's turned out, the finances. I don't care. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to shake shit up. The tower, disruption. And they're insisting that it's the correct thing to do. It's either you or the person whom you are tied to. There are two people here. Two people here. And you both have strong wills. Incredibly strong wills. You're showing me strength of mind. And I can't tell if you're reflecting back on your person, hey, you're obsessed with this. Or they're reflecting it back on you, hey, you're obsessed with this. There's the or you could both be obsessed with the money thing. And the stagnation. And how you're both disappointed by it. This feels like a conversation about love as opposed to money, if I'm being honest with you. However, you two might be using money in career as a form or guise of the real issue that is love. For some of you, that is true. I don't know why it's coming in that way. It's like you two can't talk about your feelings, so you use work as a way to kind of placate the energy. It's not that the finances aren't so great, or that they're stagnant, or the income is slow. It's more like a metaphor that you two use to discuss your feelings. Well, this shit just got deep, didn't it? Well, if I'm being honest with you, honey, I wouldn't expect anything less from Aquarius. But, I'm sorry for some of you. I have to insist that's true. Not all of you, but some of you, yes. So take what resonates, say what does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Collective readings equal collective application, which means it may or may not apply to you, in which case check your other placements or catch you on the next one. Crosswatchers, same. I do feel I'm looking at two people who sometimes, yes, have a tendency to discuss their love languages in terms of money. In which case you could very well be dealing with an earth sign. I have two prominent placements for Capricorn plus Taurus. Two strong-willed indications of Aquarian energy. You both express mutual disappointment for the stagnation in the monetary energies, or your love energy, if that's how you talk to your person, is through monetary value. And somebody here is saying, let's punch it up, okay? Let's punch it up, let's make some change. It's gotta happen, it's gotta happen, and they're saying it's gotta happen this way. And that's because the accusation here is the Empress is in the challenge position, which again, we don't want this in the challenge position. So yes, I pegged it from your baseline. Something about this is non-productive. That's the accusation here. However, I have to insist for some of you, this is your love language. In which case you use your money or your career or your goal aspects to speak for your love. So it's really not the stagnation in the pentacle so much as the stagnation in the love. But perhaps you two don't know how to talk about that, so you use money or finances. Because I have two people here talking about very important things. And since the Empress is not being productive, that means the love isn't being productive either. Do you see where I made that connection? The Empress is the most loving, therefore the most productive. She gives the most of herself because she is loved. So it's unconditional, maternal love, as you would describe it. You do not have to be a female. When love is unconditional, it's unconditional, and all thrive because of it. So if there's not unconditional love here, how are we talking about it? We're talking about it maybe in terms of money, or goals, or aspirations and dreams, but not actually love. See what I'm saying? That's why I said what I said. There's so many layers, honey. This is why in an in-depth reader I see things differently. I just do. Apologize. So if you wanted your 10-minute message, how many messages ago? Ain't shit moving, and somebody's trying to get something moving. Okay? You don't know if you're hip to that. You don't know if you're hip to it or if it's going to work out. We're ending with watch, wait, and see. Cool. I gotta see what that devil is, man. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I get to it. Christina, you get to it. Okay? Okay, over to the Casanova. Show me the Empress, please, in the challenge. Show me the Empress, please, in the challenge position. Show me this. Disruption Tower. Somebody is trying to show an influx of change because they say, and that's why it's hovering around you. That's why the Tower's here. And somebody's showing an insistence of will that says this is the solution to the problem. This is the solution to the problem, baby. You want to know what the problem is? That's the problem. Here's the solution. Let's do it. And they're like, we're dragging us into this. We're in this. Show me the Empress, please, in the challenge. I don't like that. Hopefully we can correct this. I'm in here with you, honey. I got it. Show me the Empress, please, in the challenge. The Hanged Man. Fuck off. A lot of repeating consistent energy. How long has this been going on? This pressure to change because one or both of you are not satisfied and cannot communicate through your love, so you talk about it in your material world. You use your theme for your material world to change. When really what we're talking about, hey, our love energy has been affected. How can we bring that back to the forefront? Oh, I know. Neither one of us is too happy about our material world. Let's take a look at that. The Hanged Man, that's what's on the exit, and it's also what's in current. This will be exiting, change is being implemented, and it kind of feels a little forceful, I'm not going to lie. But somebody has a very clear, strong, almost stubborn idea that this is how it has to be. It's either you or the person you're tied to. I got two people here talking, and both of you are like, I don't know if this is the best for us. Yeah, well, I think actually it might be. So let's go ahead and go along and try that. Can I have some influence in here? Can I have some sway in this? Not really. I've already made up my mind about it. And I'm pretty sure this is what we need to do. It kind of comes across like that. I really want to see some feelings between you two. And again, that's the very thing that's in the challenge, honey. The Empress is in the challenge. Which suggests it's not as unconditional as we want it to be. The Hanged Man. The productivity between you two, and also possibly in your monetary world in terms of stability, isn't where either of you wants it. You both admit that. You both regret it. You're both sad by it. King of Swords. There you are again 3 times. Oh, híjole. You got too many heads of state in here, honey. Are you a double, triple, quadruple Aquarius? You might be. And you know it, you acknowledge it. Again, you're not ignorant. I see you acknowledging these concepts. Are you like, yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. I understand things have not changed in a long time. I understand there's been an unproductive value in our stability and our foundation for a long time, but it feels like a metaphor for your love. Okay. What's above you? The Wheel of Fortune. Show me this Wheel of Fortune, please. Show me the change. Show me the shifting of energies, please. Show me that shifting of energies, please. Damn. Show me that Wheel of Fortune, please. Hovering. I need to see some love between you two. I do. I really feel like you use your material world as a metaphor for your feelings. The both of you do. Queen of Wands, Passion, 7 of Pentacles, again, 4 of Pentacles. It's like somebody here is trying to muster up the enthusiasm. Again, you, them, I don't know. Somebody here is trying to muster up that enthusiasm, okay, to in fact show more enthusiasm. Confidence, direction, stagnation though. That's what we're trying to overcome. It's like, oh, okay, it's been like this. And 4 of Pentacles, we've had to be reserved with our energy, with our money specifically, and our efforts. It's not the most thrilling thing. It's not the most sexy thing. But I am trying to show more initiative, and I'm trying to engage more in the future. Wheel of Fortune, we want that Wheel of Fortune to turn in our favor. Somebody's still feeling very, very conservative about this direction and whatever this other person is introducing. I don't know. There's this kind of sense of detachment. It's probably just going to end up the same way. I don't know where that's coming from. But there is heavy conservation here in terms of the material energy. We got to hold on to our coin. Maybe we should be happy with what we have. And the other person's like, no, that's not good enough. And we both know that. We both want more, so let's do something different, right? I'm tired of the Hanged Man. I'm tired of the Seven of Pentacles. And the other person says, I am too. I'm just as disappointed as you are. I'm right here with you. I've been here. I've been here. But maybe instead of just shaking shit up, just to shake it up, maybe we should do something, I don't know, something just different altogether. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of like you acknowledge their points. I see you nodding. You're nodding like this. I see you nodding to their arguments. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. But that doesn't mean this method is correct. It's like you're having a hard time trying to adopt whatever this change is because for some reason you see it as fussy and disruptive. That's what I'm trying to say. It's more fussy than it's worth. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying. Oh, the word sometimes. It's like you're saying what you're proposing is more fussy than it's worth. In fact, it might take more money away from us if you do this. Not quite like that. It's not the money. Work smarter, not harder. That's what it is. That's what you're trying to tell your person, but it's like they're not hearing it. It's like they're not hearing it, Aquarius. Work smarter, not harder, stupid. Not that I'm trying to call your person stupid, but it's like they don't want to acknowledge the point. They're like, we need an injection of change. Okay, and I understand that energy, all right? When things have been languishing and nothing's going on, sometimes you just want to disrupt shit just to generate some new activity. But here's the thing. It's like they won't hear anything else. It's like, this is how it has to be. I already have this idea. I've already got it locked down. I've already got it locked down. And again, you're like, I agree with you on some points, but what you're proposing sounds like it's more energy than it's worth. I don't think it's costing us coin, but it's going to cost somebody time and energy and effort, like a lot of it. It sounds fussy and disjointed and contrary to the goal, which is to reestablish the firmness of the foundation to get you out of the languishing energy. But it's like, you know what it is? Instead of... why is it coming? I'm seeing multiple directions of that person's energy. It's going here, it's going here, it's going here. It's either you or them. Somebody is. It's like a portion of my energy goes here, a portion of my energy goes over here. And that's the anticipate. And now we're trying to introduce a new lane or a new method of energy distribution. And you're kind of looking at them like, look, I know I've been in this with you, but seriously, bro, says, work smarter, not harder. I feel like they just got too many things that they're trying to stick their investment in and to see if it works. Instead of consolidating the energies into one core concept, or just to get it out of the metaphor, because I hate the vagueness. Let's say instead of having one gig where you clock in, you clock out, you do 40, 50 hours a week, you get one solitary paycheck plus benefits, right? That's the core of the energy. This person is adopting 2, 3, or 4 of those concepts, but on a smaller scale, and the energy's fussy. It keeps funneling outwards in multiple directions instead of having the one core concept. And you're like, I agree with you. Why? I don't know why they won't focus on one thing. Why won't they focus on one thing? It's like, maybe they value versatility. Maybe they value, maybe they can't stand the boredom. Maybe they need to constantly be engaged, otherwise they get bored. I don't know. Maybe they'd like to be here one day and they like to be there the next day and that kind of thing. That could very well be it. But it does seem like it's not, from your perspective, whatever this tower is, whatever it is they're trying to introduce adamantly that it's correct, it's coming across as stubbornness. That if I take this, we're going to do this. You're like, you know what? It's your energy, and I understand your goals. We're trying to reassess and double down and reestablish our foundation. Cool. But could you do it in a way that makes more sense? Because right now it's not making sense to me. Because right now you're having a hard time getting behind this. You're in it. but you're having a hard time getting behind it. And I can kind of see why. If you care about this person, you don't want to see them running around and trying this and trying that, and maybe this will work out and maybe that won't work out. It's like this person's trying to plant multiple seeds. And which means it's on them to make sure that every one of them grows equally. You know, instead of putting all your energy and concentration into one seed, it's like they're trying to diversify their energy and make sure a little bit of this grows, a little bit of that grows, a little bit of this grows. I don't know. You're trying to get your energy on board with this plan. And it's hard for you. It's hard for you. You are trying to show enthusiasm about this change, but a big part of you is convinced this is just fragmented effort. Or it's not going to add too much more. But you are trying to show some enthusiasm with that Queen of Wands. You are, about the change, which is here. Because in the relevant past, Queen of Cups, I know that there's love here between you and your person. And and this is such an odd thing. Given the challenge position and the energy I'm seeing, I really believe that you two have learned to talk about your love in terms of your finances and your growth or success as a couple, as opposed to your feelings and your memories and your sense of emotional dedication towards each other. It comes out into real world application. Because I can see in your relevant past, the heart space was open. Show me this Queen of Cups, please. Show me this Queen of Cups, please. This one's very oddly practical today. King of Swords 3 times. Yeah, I just see you nodding. That's true. That's true. I'm right there with you. I'm just as disappointed about this as you are, but that doesn't mean you need to run around like this. And then also, just because you're showing me the devil twice doesn't make you right. Go ahead and be stubborn, but that doesn't mean you're right. I agree. Adamant. The adamant. Tower, tower, tower. Queen of Cups. Not productive, I agree. The Chariot, Page of Pentacles, Strength. So in the past, in the relevant past, I know you knew what it was like to invest in yourself and in this person with the strength and conviction of your full fucking heart, right? And that's a not stark, but very strong contrast from where you were to how you two are to. So back in the day, all right, however long you were connected with this person, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of time pass with all that Seven of Pentacles. But back in the day, when this person proposed change and new ideas, you were like, babe, I love you. I'm in love with you. I support you. I got you. We're in this together. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. That's how you used to greet the proposal of one of those seeds with the Page of Pentacles. Back in the day, the Aquarius I'm looking at was like, babe, I got you. Whatever it is you did, you were the Empress. The Empress was not in a challenge position. You were supportive. That is unconditional love. That is unconditional support. Your strong feelings here, you had a strong heart. Your intuition was on point with the strength of conviction, of literal strength to back it the fuck up. Okay, so I know I'm looking at Aquarius. You remember what it was like to be this level of supportive and this level of loving. We fast forward how many years later, we're talking 7, 10, 14 years for some of you. This is where you are today. Oh, you're talking about change again? Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. So you've been through this before with this person. It's a pattern. You recognize this pattern. You've been through it with them before. Once they get adamant about one of their particular seeds, you're like, I gotta roll with it. You know, it's like, but back in the day, dude, seriously, when they proposed one of those seeds of change, you were like, babe, I love you. I'm in your corner. I fight for you. I fight for us. I have the heart of it. You know, you have the heart of the lion and the love of the queen. It's beautiful, right? And we fast forward and like, oh, okay, it's looking like we're doing this again. You recognize it. You've seen it in this person before. You've seen it in this person before. And it's kind of like over time. as you've seen this scenario play out a couple of times, it's you express yourself more naturally as the King of Swords, as someone who's being logical and analytical, so you don't throw your heart into it every time they have an idea like you used to. And now you approach them more like, okay, well, think about this. Well, think about that, and maybe think about this. And this other person's like, this is what's best. I'm telling you, it's what's best. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I got to plant this seed, Aquarius. I got to do it. And you're like, okay, let's do it. I'm not trying to be harsh, honey. I'm really not. I can see the progression of the energy and how it's been mapping out for you for some time. This is not somebody you've been dating for 2 weeks. So cross-watchers who just met that super cool, sexy, fun Aquarius, I understand. Yes, they are. 2 weeks ago, I'm not talking to you. I'm sorry. You want the fun, happy 10-minute tarot stuff. That's not what I do. This is real life. Real tarot is real life, and I'm looking at a real life couple here. So I'm sorry if you find this boring or disappointing. I am trying to relate the energy as best as I can see it. I do want to see their point of view because you are used to it. And I can tell back in the past, you actually legitimately got excited when this person proposed energy. Like the full strength of your heart, literally the chariot and strength under the proposition of a new idea made you feel, oh God, yes. My person's so inventive, or this is what's right for them and they know it and I support them for that. And you've been through that a couple of times with this person. And you recognize it. You literally told me 3 times you recognize the pattern. And you're not disagreeing with him. We're both disappointed by our efforts and our energy and our payout. But that doesn't mean we need to introduce change just to introduce change. And it does feel sometimes like a metaphor for your love. Yes, because I can see where it was so clearly 100% supportive and fucking on point. Okay. And now it's not. And you two have learned to speak to each other in a different way. And it's through the monetary world, I believe. The Hanged Man, it's here. You recognize that as well. You don't like the being unproductive, but that doesn't mean you want to take more steps than you have to. Again, I keep getting that energy work smarter, not harder. Anyway, sorry, the Hanged Man. This would have been a really good one for career. No, I've kind of I've suspended career readings for those of you who are wondering. They're valued by a very small portion of the channel, which is to say when I make career videos, I'm pretty much working for free that week. So that's why they're suspended. That's why they've gone into Hanged Man. Because as much as I love career energy, I do. It's fun for me. It's engaging. It's a different point of view. I essentially work for free that week. So I don't know. I haven't completely dismissed them, but I don't know what to do with them either. So for those of you who are asked or you were wondering. The Hanged Man is on the exiting. I know everybody says they want career videos. And yeah, I agree. There are people who genuinely, truly appreciate them. The problem is it's just not enough. It's not enough to justify my time, which is exactly what we're talking about here, Aquarius. So I know I'm looking at a smart person. You know what I'm talking about. Value time. Consolidate the time. It's the enthusiasm you're trying to show is conservative. The Hanged Man is exiting. Yes, it does look like you will be entering, or you and your person will be entering a new busy period. That's one of the things that's got their knickers all up in a twist, is that they kind of hate the staleness. They hate the staleness. They're looking for something. They're looking for something, man, to generate activity. Okay, the Hermit, the Sun, the Seven of Cups. What's exiting is the Hanged Man. That kind of quiet contemplation of what's going to make me happy. We're trying to bring that out of suspension. Okay, the idea of the contemplation of what's going to make us happy, the both of us happy. It's time to stop considering it, and it's time to start taking action. You both agree on that point. Again, I see you nodding. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yes, I would like to see more activity that incorporates, our happiness, you and I. We've both thought about it. You might have some Virgo in your chart that would explain your kind of steadiness. your kind of steady practicality I keep saying. That would explain a lot. The Sun is 7 of Cups. We have both given serious contemplation about what would make us happy and improve our lives. And in that is the first time I see your emotionality, or at least for a long time. The first time in a long time. You still feel hope when you think about happiness and what could make not just you happy, but them too. I told you they're looking for something, honey. They're looking for something. And it's like somehow they forgot that they can find happiness in your relationship and not just the circumstances of it. You understand? I think you might have forgotten a little bit too, but then I can also see, if I'm being fair with you, where your energy might have waned a little bit in the old enthusiasm department. You know what I'm saying? But this is the first time I really see things like happiness and sunshine for you. Is that in the contemplation of that dreamy state in the Hanged Man and contemplation of what could be, you really start to think about, I know this would make my person happy. And maybe if they're happy, I can be too. And that's why, through that bridge of time, you see what I'm saying? See what happened here? This is why you still nod and you still agree and you say, okay, I guess we're doing this. We're going to throw that particular hat in the ring again. Because you, whatever it is they're looking for, you want them to find it. You do. And that's why. That's why you're coming out of Hanged Man. That's why you're going to go ahead and go along with the disruption, the tower, the thing they insist they need, because they're looking for something and you want them to discover it. You do. I wish that they could turn around and find more of that emotional energy that they are lacking or feeling is lacking in the relationship with you, is not for monetary reasons. They need to find the happiness within your connection too. Because I tell you what, honey, money helps. Money helps. But money doesn't guarantee happiness. So I know, for at least one of you, money or career or success is used as a cover for feelings. I don't know. Sometimes maybe perhaps they shake shit up just to get a response out of you sometimes. I don't think that's quite it though. I see you and this Hanged Man in this interim having many discussions with this person about opening up, looking at options, exercising those options and which one would make us happy, and you're like, if that's what makes you feel better, if that's what heals you, let's try it. So you don't blast your love energy open towards it like you used to, but you're still like, okay, I guess we'll try again. Or whatever it is you think this fits the bill this time, something like that. I know I'm doing a rough translation. I would really like to finesse the energies between you two, because I know I'm looking at two adults having realistic decisions and things like that and experiences. But it's still cards at the end of the day. It really comes down to you as an individual and with your person. All right, let's take a look at this guy. He's been staring at me. In the near future, yeah, we're going to enter into whatever this person believes is absolutely true. Show me the devil, please. Show me the devil. I hope it's a frown that turns upside down. I do. I hope it's a frown that turns upside down. Whatever it is, it's like they still haven't found what they're looking for, you know. They still haven't found what they're looking for. The thing is that they walked multiple paths many times with the experience of Hermit or the King of Pentacles. And it's like they still don't quite know what would fulfill them. And part of what should fulfill them is the relationship with you. But it's like they don't pin it on that. They pin it on success, or they pin it on comfort or stability, instead of the feeling they should be finding in you. Show me the devil, please, in the near future. Show me the devil, please, in the near future. King of Wands. The Empress. Page of Swords. Okay, I see the bridge here. It's hypothetical, but there's that insistence again that this will put us in a more productive state. It still rests on a Page of Swords. However, the energy I will say this, somebody's energy is spiking. I do believe it's theirs because they are moving forward in that direction that they said was so very, very important to them. Like I said, I see you nodding your head at them several times, okay? And they're like, I insist I need this, I insist I need this. It's something about success. It's killing my brain with this person's energy. What is it? What are they looking for, honey? What are they looking for? I got it. I got it. But there was already money here. It's enough to pay the bills. We want a strong foundation, stability. I respect that. I do. I'm building my own empire too. I get this. I respect it. But the idea is that this has happened so much and it's like they still don't know what anchors them. So they plant multiple seeds, hoping one will take off or be the magic thing that leads them to success or recognition or a stronger sense of recognition in the world. But that's the bridge. It's happening. Whatever the disruption is, we're going along with this person's plan. They're adamant, but they're fired up for it, so I'll give them that. They are showing me energetic spike. And it's still on a page of swords. So the idea is that we're looking more towards that productivity, to being more successful. We're looking towards it. We're showing a lot of our enthusiasm for that thing we say is correct or it has to be. Okay? I hope it works out. I do. I do. The devil, especially when it comes to that monetary drive, career drive, oh my God, it can grip like a son of a bitch. If anyone who's offended by swearing, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Yeah. It's like they're... I have to do it this way. I have to do it this way. It's going to lead us to the Empress energy. It is. It is. It is. It's going to make us more productive. We're going to get all that lovely unconditional love back into our relationship. No, the thing is, it was already there. I wish they could turn around in their relationship and find the comfort in it that they need. I think you do too. But again, it's kind of like, if this is what you got to do, honey, then this is what we got to do. The Ten of Pentacles, please. The strengths. Show me that Ten of Pentacles, please. Show me that Ten of Pentacles. Show me that Ten of Pentacles, please. Page of Cups. Strength. This is where we're showing that energy now. Two of Pentacles. Again, it's not clear to you that this is the road that you're supposed to take, but you're going to try it with your person. We are trying to open up towards it in terms of the strength. Again, you both are trying to show me, look, this is the goal. We both acknowledge it. And if this is the direction we need to take and it's not terribly clear, okay, we're still going to walk the path. Yes, you are. You already entered it, and they did too, under that hypothetical state that we're keeping an eye on the Empress energy, hoping that the production will increase for you. I want to see where this is coming in. This person has a very strong idea of what they're trying to intentionally create, that infusion of change. They have very strong ideas. This looks like it's being introduced now as you opened with the Tower. It's like, oh, another disruption. Because here's the thing, honey. You stopped seeing it as an opportunity. That's why I'm not seeing the Ace of Pentacles. Did I say that? I'm sorry. Sometimes I have to remember to tie the points home. Okay, so I don't think I did. The reason why I haven't seen the Ace of Pentacles is because you don't see it that way. You don't see it as a new opportunity. You see it as a disruption. It's like, oh, here's the new idea. Here's the new thing to generate change. See what I'm saying? It's that thing to generate change, the Ten of Pentacles, but we are still trying to show enthusiasm. Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles, we're unclear, we're uncertain, we don't know if we're on the same page, but we are trying, and we're trying to show that same strength of will that you did in the past, okay? You're just telling me you're both on the same page, or you're trying to be, all right? The support may not be as strong as it used to be, and it may not necessarily be your goal, but you are trying to support them in theirs. This is so interesting. I want to see more of the love energy, but it's like that's what this person's hoping to produce. It's like all the strong love will come back once I know I'm in my gig, I'm in my lane, and I find that magical thing I'm looking for. And it's become a point of obsession. Like they need the success or the recognition. And it's like they're floating, they're not consolidating. You've seen this before in them. Let's change. Let's move. Let's sell the house. Let's get a new job. And you're like, because back in the day, you would have been like, yeah, babe, we got this. I love you. You love me. We're on the same page. Cool. It's like that. You're still agreeing to it. I still see you nodding. Because you do agree on many points. Let's make that clear. You both agree on many points. It's the execution of those points. And you still want them to find what they're looking for because you want them to be happy. So we're coming at a Hanged Man, and we are going with the flow of this particular disruption. And that's why, to bring it back, that's why you don't see it as an Ace of Pentacles. It looks disruptive to you. Okay, Four Cups. Here we go. The environment. You're disappointed. You're disappointed. Show me that Four Cups, please. Show me that Four Cups. Show me that Four Cups. You know, it's like nothing's hitting your cups hard in this situation. I don't know what's happening with your work so much. I keep seeing it from their side of the fence. In terms of this is what I need. I need this. I need this disruption. I need this. This Four Cups, please, is in the environment. Five of Swords. King of Wands. Shit, honey, you put it back on them, didn't you? In that respect, I mean, you wonder if maybe, if they had more... It's very intelligent of you, and it's very wise. Actually, it's incredibly insightful of you, and I actually agree with you 100%. I agree with you. You're so smart. The Aquarius I'm looking at, you're so smart, honey. You're so smart, but it's like you haven't figured out a way to translate this to your person because they won't hear it. They're insistent, they're insistent, they're insistent, they're stubborn. I actually agree with you on this 100%. In the environment, the Four Cups, the reason why you're disappointed is you wish they understood. The Five of Swords is here again. I mean, the Five of Swords, the King of Wands is here again. This person who insists this is the correct direction. You wonder if perhaps they don't set themselves up for failure because they have that strong flash in the pan energy of the King of Wands on the conviction that whatever it is that they say is correct isn't based on experience, but them just kind of throwing darts. The King and Queen of Wands is actually ideal energy in career. It's our game face energy. It's our don't mess with me. I got goals. I know what I'm doing. Just don't second guess me. You don't need to, baby. I got energy. I got this. It's safe facing energy. It's confidence. And you wonder if this person, instead of looking to themselves, Nine of Pentacles, based on their own experience, okay, where their confidence should come from, and suggest that they should know what they're good at by now. That they have experience, and for some reason they're rejecting their experience, not trusting their experience, because the Nine of Pentacles is our individual experience, honey. This is why we can stand on our own 2 feet. Okay? In the garden of our own making and design is because we freaking designed it. That means you can't do that without experience. So instead of this person, this King of Wands, who, I'm sorry, is not you. It's not you. I don't feel like it's you. Yes, reverse energies has replies, but I don't feel like it's you. You wonder if they don't set themselves up for failure because they're looking to spend that energy in a different way that says more success, more recognition, instead of trusting their own experience. I know they have experience behind them, but for some reason they're not relying on this. They're relying on this sense of ambition and drive that may not necessarily be theirs. That's why I keep seeing them plant multiple seeds, hoping something will take, something will kick their ass into high gear, and be a big payout instead of relying on this. And that's where the unhappiness is coming from. You're so smart, you know this. But for some reason, it's like they either don't hear it or you don't know how to communicate it. You know, instead of trusting what you know and your experience, I think your fire here, this insistence with the devil energy twice, you're setting yourself up for failure because I keep going back to that, work smarter, not harder. You're trying to figure out if this is going to work. You're going to figure out if that's going to work. And you keep causing these disruptions instead of concentrating on one thing. You understand? Nine of Wands, so hopes and your fears. Well, I'll tell you what, those aren't hopes. The fear being here is that all this is for nothing. That it's all fussy energy. And that you're working hard or they're working hard for nothing. Or that we're working ourselves to exhaustion. Again, it's like if you could just consolidate your energies, it would not feel like a Nine of Wands. If you just picked one lane and stuck to it. You know? Because that wounded warrior is a so-called wounded warrior because he won't stop fighting the fight. Tired. You're afraid you're always going to be tired, or it's always going to be a tiresome situation. Or that they're just going to spend their energy in multiple directions and have very little to show for it. And I think that's actually your biggest concern. What they want so much is what you think or fear they're going to get the least. Because they don't know how to focus their energy in a way that's actually productive. It's ironic. They're so focused on the production value, being something, someone, having success, claiming head of state, that they in fact are devaluing their own energy by spending it in multiple directions. Now there are some people who can thrive under that. Honey, they're good. They're good. They're like, oh, I can do this one week and I can do that the next week. That's innate. That's an inborn thing. Someone who needs to be challenged weekly doing something different and they're successful at it, but they have proof of their success. I don't think that's this person. That's me though. Remember that Nine of Wands? Oh, I just saw you nod again. Oh, there was a fourth King of Swords right there. Oh, I just saw you nod again. I know, you're very smart, honey. You've seen this. You've seen this, and bless you. You want them to find their thing. You're going along with the change. You're trying to muster up the enthusiasm. It's still not clear to you. Two of Pentacles, Six of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, but you're in it. You're in it. And you're like, I'm ride or die on this. I'm ride or die on this with you. And I'm hoping for the best. I have a lot of years in this with you. You do. I'm looking at years here. You're pulling up some years with this person. I have years with you, and I'm tired, and I'm frustrated. But you, in your hopes and fears category, are literally showing me both your hopes and your fears. Your fears are that things will go on like this in a confusing, frustrated state. But you also hope for simultaneously, again, that Ten of Pentacles, which is how you opened up with your strengths in that person. So you're like, I'm ride or die. I'm afraid that we are extending and spending all this energy and nothing might come from it. But also I hope for the best because you and I are in this together. I want you to find your thing, honey. I may not greet you with the Queen of Cups and the Chariot like I used to, but I'm still in it with you. Okay? We've been together a long time. And I still have the Ten of Pentacles in mind. Again, here's the repeating again, Two of Pentacles for the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles for the Ten of Pentacles. It's tentative. You're still trying to show me strength of resolve. You're still telling me that you're standing by your person, and I understand and I respect all that. You know, sometimes our partners have to do what they got to do, and you stand by them and hope that they incorporate change as they need to and that they will be open to perspective. You know, sometimes your person just has to go through some crazy shit before they learn. The thing is, honey, and that's true, when you sign up for partnership and commitment, you sign up to the crazy. You know, and everybody's going to have their crazy pockets. Here's the thing. Yours with this person has light patterns attached to it over the years. I told you you've seen this with them before. But you also seem to accept it too. You're not thrilled about it. You're not over the moon about their enthusiasm and their goals like you used to be. But you do seem to embrace it and accept them as this is part of who they are. And I want them to find that thing that makes them happy. So yeah, you're still showing me, I don't know, but I'm holding out for the best. I want the Ten of Pentacles with them. We have a lot of time together, so no, it's not clear, but they keep insisting this is correct. I wish they would focus more of their work efforts or whatever that is on what they do know in their experience instead of hoping their passion will stick in these different directions. In other words, consolidate the energies. Okay, the Three of Wands is the outcome, as in, okay. The Three of Wands, I hope the ships come in, I do. For you and your person, that's what you both want. I want those ships to come in for the both of you. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands, please. So, and we're back to the drawing board. Fuck me. It's Five of Wands. There's going to be some tension. And let me tell you why. I think you're going to lose your patience in the future. I don't blame you. I think it was coming. Real talk. In looking out on the horizon, it feels like you're going back to square one. Here we go again with that Page of Pentacles. And now we're back to a Seven of Pentacles. Was all this fussiness worth it? All this disruption. All this energetic support and the brave energy I keep trying to show you on something that you insisted you needed to do. Was it worth it? Because I see you losing your patience in future. I do. Because the growth is literally back to square one. How you started with the Seven of Pentacles. I don't blame you. I don't. Your emotions and what you're experiencing is real and valid. Okay? But you are, of course, responsible for how you execute those feelings. Reasonably, Aquarius, and I mean reasonably, I see why you're upset. After all that fussiness, after all that fighting, after all that relocation and you doing this and you doing that and you doing this and saying you need it and this could be the opportunity that makes us or break us and that we'll be happy again. And by the way, you two already were happy. It's just they forgot that. But there's something in themselves that's restless and they insist they need change many times. You're frustrated at the end because it's like you're going back to square one. You did all this maneuvering and this chessboard bullshit, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and now we're still back to square one, Seven of Pentacles. Fuck. Yeah, there's going to be some frustration, possibly even arguing. You've been very patient and very understanding. Like I said, I've seen you nod the whole time. You've seen them do this before. I do believe, however, this person could use some honest injection from your point of view. That's why you're there. That's why you're partner. Not just that you hope that they get what they want, find what they're looking for, but also to tell them the truth, to lend a hard reality check instead of you going this way, that way, and this way. Maybe you should lean on the experience you do have because you have it instead of throwing darts at that fucking phone book hoping something will stick. Because I don't blame you. You're kind of pissed. Because it's like we waited after all the frustration. After the energy dipping in and out. You running around like this. Saying it's going to get, I have to do it, I have to do it, I have to do it. You disrupting us, moving us, God knows what, for whatever opportunity. I told you didn't see it as an Ace of Pentacles. You saw it as a right pain in your ass. But you went along with it. You said, okay, I'll show some enthusiasm. I'm in this with you. And I saw your hope. And we've got a foundation. Rome will rise again. We'll be strong again. I'm in this with you. I can't see everything. I've got mixed feelings about it. I don't particularly care for it, but I'm in here with you. It might be that this person needed some strong reality checking. That your passion is temporarily inflated because you are insisting this is what you need. But as soon as the reality hits you of what it is you signed up for, you're going to lose your enthusiasm like you always do. Because, honey, this whole fucking thing, this whole fucking enchilada mess, the whole point of contention for this relationship was that it's not enough. 7 of Pentacles. And look where you end up. Back to square one. You've seen this in this person before. So bless you for your patience. Bless you for wanting them to find their thing. Bless you for saying, you know what? We're in it together. I'm frustrated, confused, but I'm in it with you. I'm kind of terrified, by the way, that you're just wasting all your time, energy, and efforts when you could be doing one thing that makes money. But okay, that's fine. That's not for me to say. And then you kind of lose your shit. All that fussiness. Watching and waiting just to end up back where we started. Are you fucking kidding me? That's why you didn't see it as an Ace of Pentacles. You don't see it as an opportunity. You just see it one more thing disrupting your ass and the connection that you're in. I don't think they're a bad person, honey. I think that they are very detached from their sense of self, their sense of success, and what actually constitutes and justifies success. Is it something that they're obsessed with? Why are they trying to generate so much passion about something that they're not particularly invested in? Hoping something will stick. What is that desperation about? How come they won't stick to one course content? Because I know they did. That's what mind blows me, Aquarius. I know this person has strong, independent, foundational energy that says, oh, I know how to build a life. And why aren't they using those skills? Why aren't they using that experience? You tell me. Put in the comments as you see fit. I understand the transition of your energy. I do. It makes perfect sense to me. I see it wear down over time. The years ago when you're like, we got this, babe. Whatever it is you want to do, whatever seed you want to plant, I am jazzed up and I'm psyched out. How many incidents of that over how many years later the smell has gone off the rose, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay. This is what you got to do. I'm going to try to show some enthusiasm for this change. You never saw it as positive change. Not from the moment it was introduced until its last breath. You're like, this is exactly what I was fearful of. You just wasting all this energy. You coming up short again. You giving me another excuse why we're stuck at a 7 of Pentacles. Again. This is exactly what and I told you I was in here with you. I told you I was hoping out for that 10 of Pentacles. And here's my fears. Again. Not about the money so much as that you're frustrated that once more you're back to square one. Back here. You're frustrated. You're back to square one. It's like, oh, that thing that you said would magically cure your blues and your sense of dissatisfaction and your boredom, it didn't work out? What? No way. You knew it was self-defeating, honey, but did you talk to them about it? That's the question. It's not an accusation, it's a question. Partners, you know, when we're at this level of... Partners need to be real with each other. That's what true partnership is. I know you want them to find their thing. And I really feel, again, heavily for many of you, your monetary/career goal world has become a metaphor for your love energies towards each other. I want to bring it back. I want to bring back that full-on emotionality. Let's try this thing. But instead of trying that within the context of the relationship, they apply it to life in a different way. I don't know why. Let's wrap this shit up. Jesus, honey. I see something further out. Just hold on. Can we see something further out, please? Just be careful with that energy. I understand, and I don't blame you. I really don't. I don't blame you. It's like we're back right where we started after all that fussy bullshit. Once more. You took on more than you could chew, or you worked yourself up into a frenzy thinking that this would be the next thing. And we're still at a Seven of Pentacles. What the fuck? Your energy's kicking off. I don't blame you. Just please be careful. Can I see something further out, please? Is there something here further out? Resolution, positive movement, anything. Any sort of positive movement, please. Any sort of resolution, compromise, or other opportunities. Any sort of resolution, compromise, or other opportunities. Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. There will be more discussion about happiness and what that means. You're going to offer or lend your perspective. The King of Swords now here again. About the stars, pathway, true vision. Gravitating towards something that actually means something to you, but also makes sense in the real world. I feel like you have some strong Capricorn in your chart. And about that Ten of Pentacles, you're going to really look at that critically. What does it mean to be engaged in something at that level? You're going to talk about it with your person. You want them to be happy. You don't want things to be a failure. You don't want things to be stuck. How can we get it back onto a Ten of Pentacles? Man, you were in it. So yes, you're going to have a temporary inflation of aggravated energy. But eventually, you two will have a discussion about, again, going back to happiness, rebuilding the structure. You're showing that level-headedness. Nine of Wands, the blockage, the world. You two don't want to be angry or frustrated with each other. I'm just seeing a lot of communication about expectations that are a little bit more realistic, so we don't have to go through this again. And if someone could stop just kind of stop cycling and concentrate their energies better. Okay. Any core timelines here? Imperative timelines? Capricorn might be a big one, by the way, and that's upcoming. That will be late December to late January's Capricorn season. I see moving towards this. Some of you are moving towards this opportunity now. I told you it was already in motion. I've already seen the Tower twice. It was in your Oracle, and it was as well as in your opening. You were contemplating it. You're disappointed that the way things turned out. You acknowledge that, but that doesn't mean you're trying to disrupt shit just to do it. Many of you are already moving forward in this way. Okay, it's already in the process. It's already in process. For some of you, it will involve physical relocation. You're not happy about it, but you can see why it's justified. But yeah, it's already happening now. They've already introduced one of these. The conversation's already happened. And there's some things they don't want to hear, and there's some things that you don't know how to say. October, and then upwards to 6 weeks from now. That's when I see the transitional energy again come into play with that absolute conviction that this is correct. Okay. You know what? I think the next round is going to be yours and theirs readings, and I'll tell you why. I need to see more emotion, Aquarius. Spatula. A little spatula. Someone loves to cook. They're well known for their cooking. Perhaps that's their profession and or their hobby. Perhaps you're cooking right now, in which case, hello. I hope it's something good. The Seahorse, Piscean energy. M-T-O-N. There it goes again. The busy rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. This person's always running late. They're always running late. Yeah, with that kind of energy, I can see that. They're always running late, or they're always out of time. Yeah, like I said, or you have actually been saying, not me. Work smarter, not harder, stupid. C, the chakras being in alignment. Yes, I agree. We could do with some chakra alignment. Yes, the intuitive. I know you are. I know you are, because you know where this is coming from in this person. I think your intuition gets covered up by your mind, though. I don't think you present your intuition as intuition. I know. I'm looking at Aquarius, who doesn't say I feel, you say I think. You have very strong inclinations about what the truth is, but it comes out in terms of thought. It's like if you present it in terms of feeling, you're afraid they won't take it seriously or they won't hear you. But you're highly intuitive, this Aquarius I'm looking at, but you use your mental energy to present yourself. Okay. A. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the feather. Could be dealing with a fellow, but I see that as being you. Oh, you. You are the A. Oh, I don't know why I thought that. I'm sorry. I picked up I looked down at A, and then I picked up the feather, said Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then I heard you're the A. You're the A. I don't know. The feather being one of your symbols, yes. A, you are the A. Well, A for Aquarius, duh. But I'm saying, you're hilarious, Spirit. Some of you, A is a prominent initial for you. First, middle, last, I don't know. That's so funny. I've been seeing flashes of A's lately. I don't know why. Okay, and then winter. Yeah, you should be hitting height of energy by winter time with this situation. Specifically in terms of this. Being frustrated and kind of pissed off. Because I already see the tower happening as a no. The transition that you don't care for and you don't actually see it as an opportunity, but something that you're going to go along with and it's going to play out the way it plays out. You still hope for the best. But the enthusiasm ain't where you want it to be. This will most likely reach its conclusion where it's like, well, we're back to square one in about 4 months, the height of winter. Well, in Texas, it's height of winter. January, February, that's when we get cold. Whatever you call 40 degrees, that's about as cold as we get. And that's for about 4 weeks, and then it goes right back up to 90. I'm not joking. That's pretty much how it is. One day it's 90 degrees, and then after about 10 months later, oh, it cools off a little bit. Anyway, your height of your winter, but I am seeing it as 4 months. Why did I do this? HR, the shark. I typically say Scorpio and leave it at that, but in this, it's the hunter. I gotta keep going, I gotta keep going, I gotta keep going. I have to keep going at all costs. We want security. We have dreams. The Eiffel Tower, Paris, the tiara. We have dreams of travel and experience, a lot of travel and experiences and indulgences right here with that tiara on the Eiffel Tower. I have dreams of indulgences and experiences, and you know, I want lushness. I want the finer things in life. I want to be able to indulge. I want to travel, and I want to do all these things, and I need the recognition too. X. There you go. That's Aquarius. That's enough. Put it in the comments as you see fit. We'll check up on you in a couple of weeks. Hopefully that will be the in-depth yours and theirs. I'm pretty sure I'll do yours and theirs for the mid-month check-in as well. But I'd like to do a full board, particularly with yours. You know, it doesn't have to be the same. I hope it's not. But I would like to see more on the emotional level of stuff. I think you would too. Okay. Just when we hit that threshold, honey, and you finally lose your shit, I don't blame you. Part of you kind of knew this is how it was going to happen because they've had bubble moments like this before that inflate and then they pop. And then we're back down. Then they inflate and then they pop. So when I say it's more like a disruption as opposed to a tower, that's what that means. You've seen it before, and it seems to accumulate or require a lot of energy that has no real payout. Again, it's like work smarter, not harder. That's enough. Aquarius, honey, take care. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.